Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome to my channel. Today is a deck haul. That's what this video is going to be. It's a deck haul video of decks that I've gotten in over the past few months that I can't remember if I talked about or showed in my wrap-up videos at the end of the month or not. So I just kind of gathered a bunch up that I needed to log into my book, because I do keep track of the decks that come into my collection. And while they're all out, I thought I would go ahead and show you what I got in and maybe talk about what I plan on doing with it. I don't know. We'll just see how this video goes. So the first decks I'm going to show very quickly are the new mini divies I got in by Holly Oddly. I have her other mini divi decks, and I have a video, I believe, on those decks with a walkthrough back like shortly after I started my channel. And I like her little decks. I have used these as like what a hidden message is in a reading, which that's really cool, especially when I've done that with the messages deck and the ghost deck. I do believe she still has that ghost deck available, but I don't know about any of the others. You would have to check her website. But we have the Witchling, which is the red. The purple is the lore, and the blue is the ends. And I don't have the entire deck out here. We're just going to flip through all of them at once. But these decks are pretty inexpensive. I don't remember what they are to buy them individually, but I'm pretty sure that she was putting them up on her site. So like I said, this is a really great deck for just like a one card pull or whatever. I've done that. What quick message that I need for the day. Like I said, what's a hidden message that I'm missing in a reading? And like I said, the ghost is perfect for that one. So I'm hoping to throw in like the witch one, the witchling one, for the same type of energy, you know, to what's underneath everything. But yeah, these are just, they're nice and small. You could toss them in your purse, take them with you. The one thing about the lore, it also has like the location where the lore is from. So Atlantis, various locales, too good to be true. The Princess Saint, Scotland, Forge Your Way. So each one of those does have the place that the lore originated. So here for ends, we have Split Ends, Time to Cut Away. Bell Witch, Family Turmoil. You know, these are just, like I said, whoops, that's the thank you card. These are just super cute to have in your collection, do a one card reading and so on. So I'm looking forward to playing around with these. One of the decks that I got in from the Llewellyn sale is the Good Fortune Tarot. Yes, I had to jump on that bandwagon of the Good Fortune Tarot, and I'm glad I did. I just think this is adorable. I haven't read with it. Like I said, I was just had all these decks in a stack to log them into my book. So I haven't really done anything with these decks yet, but I really love the images. I've watched several walkthroughs. I like what I heard about the deck and heard about the guidebook. So I am looking forward into diving into this deck and doing some readings with it. I really love all the blue and the yellow in this deck for some reason. It's just very appealing the way the color palette is. So I'm really looking forward to playing around with this, and I'm sure everybody has seen this one a million times by now. Another deck I got in from Llewellyn's sale was the Sexual Magic Oracle cards, and I like the tarot that goes along with this. I only have the small edition of the tarot, and I'm only going to show a few of these cards, but I like this. I like the idea of having an oracle to kind of go along with that, or to just use the oracle on its own. I do want to get that Casanova oracle after I saw Robin's reflection walkthrough of it. So then I think my, I guess, erotic decks will be, I think that niche will be filled with that. So I'm looking forward to using this also, because I do like the keywords that are on here. So then I did a big Hay House order when they had their semi-annual sale. I wait for Hay House's semi-annual sales before I pick up any of their decks, because they always run everything on their site at 50% off. So I can hold out on getting one of Hay House's decks and wait for that sale. So we have a lot of decks to look at from Hay House. So the first one I got is the Kyle Gray, a 22 card deck and guidebook, the 22 Archangel Oracle. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this because I haven't worked with it, number one, and because it's only 22 cards. And the reason I picked this up is because I had heard that this deck could be integrated into his last deck. I think it's called Divine Masters. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. Or into his Angel Guide Oracle. And his Angel Guide Oracle is one of my favorite Angel Oracles. I love the energy of that deck. I love the soothing messages of that deck. And I will pull that deck often when I'm needing that type of comfort, you know. So I picked this up so I could mix it in with that deck. That's my thought process. The backs of this is blue and the Angel deck is orange. The backings are orange, so it does not have the same backings. So I have to consider that. But I'm going to see. I'm going to see how this works in combination with that and mixing them in together. I didn't want to pass it. It was $7. So I just thought if I like it, great. If I don't, it's only $7. So that's why I went ahead and picked it up. So yeah, I'm going to have to see how this works out for me in combination with his Angel Guide Oracle, and if I can work with them together. So the next deck I got is the Inner Child Oracle by Amanda Lynn Aisling, I believe is how you say her name. I didn't get this for inner child work. I'll be honest about that right up front. I got this just to use as any other oracle deck. It might be out of order because I was shuffling it. There's 44 cards in this deck. I don't like the smell of the guidebook. I'm just gonna say that. So this says this deck is structured around 6 different aspects of working with the inner child: awareness, acceptance, inner work, playfulness, reparenting through self-care, wonderment, and belief in the magical. But like I said, I didn't necessarily get it to do any of that. While it's great to have on hand, because I don't have any other inner child decks, so to speak. But when I saw a walkthrough of this, I just thought the imagery was beautiful. And I really do like the key phrase and then the underlying sentence beneath that. So today is the day. I could take that as just a guidance for the day. It's time to begin the journey. Now see this write a letter. I could just stick with that write a letter and ignore the write a letter to your inner child. I don't need that aspect of it if I don't want to work with it in that inner child viewpoint. So that's my, something's on there. That's my hopes anyway, is to be able to work with this without that inner child energy, and just to work with it as a normal deck for guidance. Like, set boundaries. I think that's, you know, pretty broad and open and expansive, that you could do whatever with that. Seek guidance in this. Say yes. Run wild. Your inner child. Let your inner child run forth. I don't know about that one. But yeah, we're just going to see. We're going to see how this fits into my practice, fits into the vibe that I'm looking for when I use an oracle deck, and if I can adapt it into that regular oracle deck energy and not just inner child, which I don't think there's going to be a problem with that, but we will see. Another deck I got in from Hay House is the Quantum Oracle, 53 cards with guidebook by Sandra Ann Taylor, and I heard good things about this deck. Now, you know, I've talked about the Energy Oracle, which I just need to get it out and start using it, but I'm looking forward to working with this deck. Apparently, I didn't even read through the guidebook or anything yet. It's just set up into different suits or whatever, so I need to read about that. But I can't wait to try this one out, because like I said, I did hear really good things about this oracle. So if you have the Quantum Oracle, let me know how you're using it. I'd really like to hear that. What are you doing with it? And is there a specific practice that you have with it? Same thing with that Inner Child Oracle that I just talked about. Do you have it? Are you using it strictly for inner child work, or are you using it for something else? So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this deck has to teach me. Another Hay House, A Secret of the Ancestors Oracle, 45 cards with guidebook. Abiola Abrams is the creator of this deck. I wasn't going to get this deck. This was kind of a, it's okay deck. And then I saw Robin talking about it on her channel, and did a walkthrough of it, and I just kind of fell in love with it, and I thought 50% off, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and see how I can work with it. The back of the guidebook says that this oracle deck is designed to help you connect with the spirits of your ancestors, the divine, and the harmonies present throughout the universe. Ancestors can act as guardians, guides, or ascended masters. They can offer indispensable spiritual guidance and can even intercede with the divine on our behalf. So I'm very interested in working with this and seeing what I can get from it. So the next deck I got from Hay House is the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, artwork by Joe Klima. 52 cards. It has like your keywords, amplifying abundance, and then on the back it says abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Then in the guidebook, amplifying abundance is all alphabetical. There's no numbers. It tells you, like, when you are abundant, you feel confident that life will always meet your needs, whether things go according to plan or not, blah, blah, blah. And then down here, it says this mantra is ideal for unraveling beliefs of lack and scarcity, overcoming fear, and increasing confidence. So your mantra is on the back, your key thought or idea is on the front, and then your guidebook gives you a little bit more on that and then tells you what the mantra is good for. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I haven't started using it or anything, but I don't know. I don't like this cardstock that it's on at all, but we'll see how this works out and how it plays into my practice. I haven't decided if this is something I'm going to use like in the evening, or if it's something to use to start my day. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know how it's going to fit in. I just thought it was interesting, an interesting idea, and that's why I picked it up. So maybe this is one that you could shuffle, pull a card and a mantra for, and then look at blocks in regards to it. Do a reading with tarot around this in regards to different blocks. That's something that you could possibly do with that. So that is the Healing Mantra deck. The next one I got in from Hay House is Past Life Energy Oracle, 44 card and guidebook by Sandra Ann Taylor. I was excited to get this one in because of all the past life work I did in July. So I am really looking forward to this and seeing how I can fit this into maybe some past life work. I have not even read the guidebook yet, so I'm not sure. However, I don't know how these archangels, which are throughout this deck, are going to technically fit in to past life work. I want to see what the guidebook says about this card right here. So this is Archangel Raziel, Inspiration, Mysteries, and Akashic Records. Archangel Raziel awakens the eternal mind within you. She reveals many lifetimes of spiritual pursuits and participation in the intuitive arts. Whether you were a priestess at Delphi or a druidic seer at Stonehenge, you have had a pipeline to the mysteries of life and death, prediction, and mystical understanding. And that pipeline is still open to you, waiting to bring the inspiration you need in any endeavor in your life right now. And then this goes on all the way over here. Then you've got your karmic shift message and an affirmation. Do each of the, oh yes, each of these cards have a karmic shift to them. Okay, so I could see that. So if you got this as a card in a past life, and with the write-up that it talks about this archangel as having knowledge, so that is like being that seeker, that intuitive, a medium, anything like that. So, okay, I can see how this one fits in. I will definitely, like I said, have to read about the other archangels and what they're going to bring into like a past life reading of some sort. So again, I haven't read the guidebook. I don't know the full setup of this deck or anything along those lines. I just wanted to make sure I had it since I had been doing all that past life work, and to see if I could integrate it into that work in some way. But I do like some of the keywords on here: loneliness, longing for love, something missing, intimacy or fertility issues. I like that. Finding love, spouse, lover, loss, reversal of fortune. So I do like the words, the keywords that are on this deck. My last Hay House deck is Guides of the Hidden Realms Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And I'm pretty sure that she has another deck that's older called Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. I'm almost positive that she does. And this deck is one that she did the artwork on herself. This one I have used. I've used it several times since I got it. I wanted to look at the images and read the cards when I first got it in. And it just felt like this deck was speaking to me immediately. Cards were flying all over the place, and the messages on the cards of the ones that were flying out were very relevant to things that had been on my mind, to things I wanted answers to or guidance towards or anything. It was very interesting. Right out of the box. I hadn't cleansed it. I hadn't done anything with it. And it was just like giving me all the answers I needed, just shuffling it a few times. So I have been playing around with this a little bit. I picked this one up because I really liked these like alienish images that are on here, these guides, these creatures, these whatever that she created. I really do like that they feel other dimensional to me. And so that was one of the reasons that I picked it up. And I do like the words on here, the true source of power. And we have divine will, integrity, and power versus force is what is on the card. Letting go of stories, surrendering attachments, releasing unconscious patterns. And then each one of these has like, I haven't read the guidebook yet, but these like little creatures on them also next to these guides. So I'm curious to see if she mentions that in her guidebook or not. But so far, I am really liking this deck. So a couple Amazon purchases that I got in. The first one is Seasons of the Witch, the Lammas Oracle. I've said before that I am going to get all of the Seasons of the Witch decks. I mean, I already have all of them that are out now anyway, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up with that. But I just got this in 2 days ago, and I've seen walkthroughs, I've seen people using it. It's all over Instagram and everything, and it's, you know, very cute. I really like, I don't know if this is the same person that did the last, her last deck, the same artist or not. But I really do like this like folkish art that has been on the decks, the past couple decks anyway. So I have this. And the last deck, which I could not remember if I talked about this in a wrap-up. I thought I did. I've had this one probably almost a month. And this was not Amazon, but the book is Amazon. I purchased this one off of Etsy, and I've been using this a little bit over the past couple weeks, and I just got the guidebook in when I got the Lammas deck in. And the guidebook does exactly what I hoped it was going to do, which is tell you a little bit about, well, let's go to the Knight of Chalices since I have that one out right here. So it does tell you, it says the same thing that's on the card. It's young David, and then on and on. And then it talks about the story a little bit, then gives you upright keywords, reversed keywords, and then some additional information for upright and reversed positions over here. And then it says the Knight of Chalices shows young David's role as a healer and peacemaker through his emotional depth and artistic talent. It demonstrates the transformative power of empathy, art, and gentleness, while also cautioning against the potential shadows of emotional sensitivity, such as disconnection or escapism. So I like that. It gives you a little bit from the story from the Bible. I was very, very interested in this deck. While I do not attend church any longer, and while there are things I have denounced or let go of in regards to organized religion, I still have a strong faith in things. And I don't talk too much about that on here, but it does play a part in my practice, especially for my practice for myself. I've let go of, like I said, many, many things from organized religion, and I don't carry that. I carry the other loving parts with me. I was very interested to see what it had to say, the stories that were on the deck, and that's why I wanted this larger guidebook to see how he was weaving the Bible stories into the tarot meaning. And I've done some readings with it for myself that have been pretty impactful, but we'll see. We'll see how this continues and how the readings continue to go for me with this deck. I know this deck isn't for everybody, and that's okay. Every deck isn't for everybody out there, and that's okay. That's, you know, what makes the world go round. Everybody's different opinions about things, and I'm all right with that. So I think that is everything, my friends. I think I've shown you everything I've got in recently over the past few months, over summer, basically. And if you're working with any of these decks, let me know in the comments below if you have them, if you've used them, how you're using them. I'd love to have that conversation with you. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you being here. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. And until I see you next time, bye.